Do you text while driving? Do you know someone else who happens to text while driving while you're in the car? Texting and driving is a very dangerous situation with a not so good outcome. The point of my speech is to persuade you to not text while driving by thoroughly explaining the outcome, what can happen, and anything else while texting and driving. Texting while driving happens to take away your focus from the wheel and the road by looking down at your phone, sending a text message, replying on social media, anything like that will put your life in jeopardy, the lives that you have in the car with you, anybody else that's driving, putting your life in jeopardy. It's all not so good. So I'll explain how it is not good to text while driving. Texting while driving is a safety that everyone should follow. It keeps you safe on the roads. It keeps you focused. It helps you to be aware of what's going on around you. You could be driving and somebody could be swerving. Anything can happen to where it can harm you by coming off the road or harm even another car by coming off the road. It's never worth your life to text while driving. You can look down for literally 3 seconds to reply to a text message when it could have waited to when you stopped. And not just stopping at a red light, but as in stopping somewhere to where you have to cut your car off and stop and reply. It takes away the focus on the road and the cautious that's going on around you. It's never okay to put someone else's life in danger, your life in danger, anybody's life in danger by not focusing on the road. Anything can happen, not just while texting, even being on your phone, on the phone, because usually it takes 2 hands to drive. And you're not really focusing on the light could be red and you're on your phone and you run the red light and it can harm you. In any way, texting, being on your phone, social media, it can harm you in any way. The guilt of the outcome of you harming yourself, you harming somebody else, it will haunt you forever. Your life just will not be the same, and you will literally be telling everyone the same thing. Texting and driving is not worth it. Your focus should be on anything but the person in the car, you driving the wheel, and all the other cars on the road. You can swerve off the road at any time, even into another one, causing you to wreck, injuring you, or taking your life. It can take your life, someone else's, anything like that. A text can always wait. Even an emergency, like your child, your family member, it can all wait. If so, it's always good to just stop and handle a situation another way, because texting and driving it's not worth it. And focusing on the road, never putting someone else's life in jeopardy. It can harm you, it can harm anyone else, and it could take away a life that could have been saved. So never text while driving. It's not good. It can hurt you, it can hurt someone else. It's just something that can be avoided by focusing on the road, focusing on yourself, focusing on other cars around you, being cautious on the road. You're operating a motor vehicle, so it's always important to focus on you, focus on the road, and focus on what's going on around you, being very cautious and reflecting on what could happen if you text and drive. So it's always important to be careful and focus on the road as you're driving.